Breaking. The Department of Justice, under the Trump administration, has failed to indict 6 Democratic members of Congress on charges of seditious conspiracy. This is a significant moment, not just for politicians, but for every one of us. It shows that even under intense political pressure, the law protects people, and there are clear rules in place that ensure accusations don't automatically become convictions. Today, we're going to break down what happened, why it matters, and what it teaches us about our rights when the government tries to make a case against someone, even in highly charged situations. Here's what happened. A federal grand jury in Washington, D.C. was asked to consider indicting 6 lawmakers, including Senators Mark Kelly from Arizona and Lissa Slacken from Michigan, on charges of seditious conspiracy. This is one of the most serious charges under U.S. law. It's designed to target people who actively plot to overthrow the government or engage in violent rebellion. And yet, the grand jury refused. They declined to indict. That means, after reviewing the evidence, they decided there was simply not enough proof that a crime had occurred. The specific incident that prompted these charges was a video. In the video, these lawmakers told military personnel that they had a duty not to obey illegal orders. That's all. They were explaining the rules that govern the military and the Constitution. Military personnel are trained to follow lawful orders, but they are also protected if they refuse orders that are illegal or unethical. This is standard legal and ethical guidance. It is part of the core structure of accountability in the military. Nothing in the video encouraged rebellion. Nothing in the video constituted a plot to overthrow the government. It was a factual reminder of rights and responsibilities. Yet, despite that, the Department of Justice sought to indict. It's easy to see why this situation caused confusion and concern. The word seditious is alarming. It evokes images of violence or rebellion. People might wonder if speaking out or even reminding others of legal duties could be considered a crime. But this case illustrates the crucial point. The law does not criminalize lawful speech or civic guidance, no matter how unpopular it is. The bar for criminal charges is intentionally high. The grand jury's refusal is a concrete demonstration of that principle. Let's unpack that principle. The grand jury system is designed to be a check on prosecutorial power. A grand jury is made up of ordinary citizens. Their job is to review evidence and determine whether there is probable cause to believe a crime occurred. Probable cause is a relatively low standard. It does not require proof beyond a reasonable doubt, but it does require some evidence that a crime may have been committed. In this case, the grand jury evaluated the video, the lawmakers' statements, and the circumstances, and they concluded that even probable cause did not exist. That's why the indictment did not move forward. This is reassuring for all of us because it demonstrates how the system works to protect individuals, even when accusations are politically charged. It's a reminder that the law has boundaries and protections. Accusations alone are not enough. There must be evidence. There must be proof that a crime has actually occurred. This principle exists to protect everyone, not just elected officials. Historically, this situation is unprecedented. It is extremely rare for the Department of Justice to attempt to prosecute multiple sitting members of Congress in such a short time frame. The last major investigation of lawmakers involved the Tom DeLay scandal years ago, which took years to investigate, involved complex questions of campaign contributions and corruption, and ultimately did not result in prosecutions because of legal protections like the speech and debate clause. That clause exists to ensure that members of Congress can perform their official duties without fear of criminal liability. In this case, the grand jury's refusal reinforces that lawmakers, like all citizens, are protected when acting within legal and constitutional boundaries. It's also important to understand what this teaches about rights in high-pressure situations. The law protects people even under intense scrutiny or stress. There is a clear line between speech or guidance that is lawful and actual criminal behavior. Reminding someone of their legal duties, explaining what the Constitution requires, or providing guidance on ethical conduct is not illegal. High-profile or politically sensitive cases may feel intimidating, but the rules are clear and protections exist for everyone. Let's break it down practically. Step 1. Know your rights. You have the right to remain silent if authorities question you. You have the right to legal counsel. You have the right to due process. These rights do not disappear if accusations are politically motivated, high-profile, or involve serious charges. Step 2. Understand the legal standard. Charges cannot be brought without probable cause, meaning there must be a factual basis to support the allegation that a crime occurred. Step 3. Recognize what is protected speech. Reminding someone of their legal or constitutional obligations, giving advice, or speaking truthfully cannot be treated as criminal behavior. Step 4. Stay calm and methodical. In high-stress situations, fear and panic can make things worse. Understanding your protections and the legal framework is your strongest safeguard. It's also important to note what not to do. Don't assume that fear or political pressure changes the law. Don't speak to authorities without understanding your rights. Don't react emotionally or publicly in ways that could compromise your legal position. Remember, accusations do not equal guilt. The law has guardrails to prevent abuse. This case is an example of those guardrails in action. Now, beyond the immediate legal protections, there's a broader lesson here. The system is designed to prevent politically motivated prosecutions. A grand jury of ordinary citizens, not politicians or government officials, made an independent judgment based on evidence. That independence is crucial. It shows that even when powerful figures are involved, the law protects the individual and requires proof before charges can proceed. That is the foundation of a fair and just system. For the average person, this serves as a reminder that legal protections are real. Even when accusations sound alarming, your rights remain intact. The law sets standards for evidence, independent review, and due process. No accusation, no matter how politically charged or high profile, can bypass those standards. That is why we have protections like probable cause, the grand jury, and the right to counsel. They exist to ensure that everyone, from citizens to public officials, is treated fairly under the law. In conclusion, the grand jury's refusal to indict 6 Democratic members of Congress on seditious conspiracy charges is more than a political story. It's a demonstration of how legal protections function in real-world situations, even under extreme pressure. It confirms that speaking truthfully, reminding others of their legal obligations, and following ethical standards are not crimes. It reassures all of us that our rights and protections do matter, even when the stakes are high. So if you take one key lesson from this, let it be this. The law exists to protect you. Probable cause, due process, independent review. These are not just abstract concepts. They are practical shields. They apply to everyone, from the highest-ranking officials to everyday citizens. They are there to ensure fairness, prevent abuse, and protect the innocent. Today's news shows that the system works. Even when powerful individuals push for charges, when evidence is lacking, the law holds. It's a reminder that knowledge of your rights, calm assessment of the situation, and reliance on the legal framework are your strongest defenses in high-stress, high-stakes situations. Protect your rights, understand your protections, and remember that the law is designed to shield, not punish, when no crime has occurred. This case should reassure everyone that lawful conduct and constitutional guidance are protected, and that even under intense political or social pressure, the principles of justice remain in place. Your rights are real, your protections are tangible, and the system is working even when it feels tense or overwhelming.